Hey everybody and welcome back to Comic Studio. Before we're gonna begin of this video, how was your Christmas celebration? It feels a little bit fine except me around here because you guys are probably a little bit feeling great around here, so I'm at Summer Soda Comics around here for this. So I'll be going to be putting around for the next page, but I cannot believe this is absolutely going to be the story for around itself. This will be taking a little bit for one time as well, until 3 pages later, and we're about to see what is going on around here for this one. So I'll be going into the next page around here. This should actually I'm going to be taking a look in a while. So since the previous round of those comic posts, like anything it was, this is where before that nightmare starts. That would be necessary around here to do this. So after a couple of pages we didn't seen her earlier, we would absolutely sing for their first performance, but I cannot believe this should actually going to be taking over 10 parts. But this is absolutely going to be saving around for themselves, and kept on fighting a little bit for only one thing as well, for anything as was. So nothing terrible things could actually happen around here, except some sprites are probably that we already find out that we definitely saw is something evil is going on. And I guess we probably did seen a round of these G-Pops. You know this is actually going to be G-Pops. So, well, this won't be absolutely going anyway for just like anything as well. This is actually related to Midnight Sparkle's current one thing that we didn't actually saw is definitely here. Oh Jesus, it's absolutely even a month ago, but this definitely does count for something, like, even though this is definitely a little bit of weird things as well, so I cannot believe this won't do this like anywhere as possible. So not all of the characters that I just definitely seeing around here in the past comic post could be even this one, so definitely this thing could eventually going to be from the game, because this is absolutely somewhere from other games like older stuff around here for this one. So this could be Count Moneybone from other kinds of games or something like this. So I wouldn't think this is gotta be pretty from unknown around here, because definitely I really think that Summer Soda Comic Studio was a crossovers, could be absolutely for this one. This is definitely going to get around here, but I'm not pretty sure. This won't actually going to be take a bit, and we just actually going to be trying to find around here for some sort of like this. This is a villain for an unknown game that I didn't seen around here from the internet, or even we didn't seen this guy from other kinds of games, because you know what, just let me know down in the comments. So this is absolutely definitely related to herself, because I have her into my files, because definitely I just downloaded her into my files since 5 years ago. It was definitely 5 years ago since I got my revenge on FHRC Brony, because here's how the story that I just got into it, that I just eventually started back in December 13th by 2020, because I have already failed since back in October 2020, since 5 years ago. But now I still actually continue for my success, but I wasn't able to be continuing around here for just a little bit, because most of all 2026, that the day that I'm gonna be retiring around here, so don't worry about that. So this is definitely Midnight Glitter Cookie, because this is being related to Midnight Sparkle, even related to this thing as well. So this is similar to Midnight Sparkle as well. Back in friendship games, it was 10 years ago. But literally, this is absolutely the worst nightmares that I eventually feel is heart pounding from this time as well. Hearing her raping out for some kind of nightmare face overall for this thing as well. I definitely seen this whatsoever. In Fowl's Creative Corner Comic Studio, this is the actual Midnight Sparkle that I have just looking for. It was since back in September 2017 when I first encountered Midnight Sparkle in some kind of an homemade theater. This is absolutely when the fears comes as well. When things have went just going blackout around here, since this computer is going on low battery as well. I'm probably sure that the laptop's power was completely empty during this movie. I would have believed that I just already finished Diary of a Wimpy Kid, The Long Haul, and this definitely could be for eventually for one story as well. So they continue it for as well, but I didn't see to the end as well. But I may not sure that we didn't eventually looked around here for this one. So some movies have eventually disappeared forever. And it's not on Netflix around here for this too. Because we're definitely sure they will never come back. Because due to the new films have just upcoming around here in Netflix. But right here on YouTube, there were still eventually to find some full movies to choose. But even though, I eventually added one of them in Comic Studio, because right here in Comic Studio, I added multiple dark choco cookies around them, including the most evil one over here. There's right next to Midnight Sparkle, could be the Swords Machine from Ultra Kill. They're eventually going to be attacking them at once until some of these dark choco cookies could actually die easily fast. We wouldn't actually seeing like anything around here for one of their dark choco cookie clones. But whatever what it does that she's going to get actually and try to get them as fast as possible. So let's get back into this one. This is Midnight Glitter Cookie's true form, but actually that her sister, I'm not sure, this is not a sister as well. Her rivalry confronted Shining Glitter Cookie, who has turned evil terribly. Definitely, they have said they were so sad to see her go. And this is definitely what the worst incident happens. This could be her true form, and we couldn't able to see her face. I'm not sure that we definitely didn't see her face. If I gotta look closer around here, I definitely not sure. This isn't going to be a little bit even trickier as well. So as well in the ripple around here for this thing, I didn't mention to see this thing as well. So I'm gonna get a little bit closer to her face, but we pretty not sure. There could be his face as well. I'm not sure. The face could be even this one, and she looked very hideous as well. I'm very not sure. We wouldn't able to get closer to her head because I guess this is really big. This is too big to fit inside to do this. I may not actually go on to see for this inside, but I cannot believe this is what the worst things we wouldn't able to be seeing for that face. This is really terrifying that we definitely seeing this massive monster. This is absolutely where the terrible things we look like Ohio. In Ohio, this is what terrible things that her true form that turns into something like monstrous. Oh jeez, this is absolutely very terrifying to all of those people in the cookies, and some railroaders to be affected by her. And that's how the story it goes. Completely very ridiculous. We wouldn't see her in for her true sinful form, which is completely even terrible by itself. But since after her defeat by Gabriel, I'm probably sure Gabriel and Dark Choco Cookie finally defeated her, because she is finally free, that this won't actually go into and get things into worse. She changes back to normal, but instead, her post-nightmare itself, she would be in her dreams about Midnight Sparkle around here. She's lurking around here in our minds. We definitely didn't pretty sure could actually going to get things a little bit worse. But they absolutely, that he tells her not to transform anything, that she wouldn't able to be changing what she has done for. And so, Shine and Glitter has just made promises to anybody else because she tried to promise, but completely successful. And they are going after the villain for themselves, that she eventually transforms into something even more terrifying. I definitely seen her in a couple of days ago, because I definitely seen her for a little bit as well. The Tale of Midnight Sparkle, or the Tale of Midnight Glitter Cookie, was actually going to be for this one. So, they're going after Count Moneybone, and they try to defeat her, or they try to defeat him as well, until he was completely defeated as well, to transform her into something even more ridiculous as well. Definitely. And probably this could be the end of the story around here for this one. And they are going after them, as of these guys as well. Rockstar Cookie, Dark Choco, and Black Lemonade. And even Shining Glitter as well. They absolutely have one choice to take him down all the way for itself. After he's defeated, this will never able to be seen again until another tragedy going to be taking on forever. And that's how the story was for some kind of like that thing as well. So anyways, the part 2 is going to be another one pretty soon, and I wasn't able to be seeing for some kind of the G-pop itself or some sort of like this. Alright, that could be the end of this video for something else, until somebody who eventually going to be posting another one. So that should be eventually going to be right to the end of this thing. So looks like the link is going to be in the description below to browse some comics or whatever you want. And definitely I just swear a little bit. So thanks for watching around itself, and we'll be see you in another one. And hopefully this won't be necessary to record it about over 15 minutes.